Hey everybody, Donna here with Ready to Stamp. I want to share another card with you using the Sweet Talk suite, which I will show you in a second. And here's the card we're going to be making. So stick around and let's get started. So I'm going to put you down so you can see my work table, okay? Okay, here we go. You ready? All right, so here's the Sweet Talk. I'm going to pull you up just a hair. Close your eyes so you don't get dizzy. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so here you go. Here's the suite. This is everything that comes with it. And we're going to be using the Designer Series paper and the bundle, which is called Sweet Conversations Bundle. Comes with the stamp set and the die. We're not going to really use the dies today. And then these iridescent rhinestone basic jewels and the ribbon. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. So first thing I need to do is I'm going to use the, I'm going to be using the X and the O's for hugs and kisses. And we're going to be using Pool Party ink and cardstock. So this is called Tone on Tone. So, and I just basically put the two stamps on the block together, and then I'm just going to start stamping. I'm going to move this out of the way so I don't get my hand in it because I'm prone to do that. And so I'm just going to stamp, turning my cardstock every which way because I want it to look, I don't want them to be all uniform. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to see if I can fix that circle a little bit. Close enough. Okay, then I'm just gonna stamp a couple to fill up the edges. Okay, there we go. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use part of the Designer Series paper that we have in there. There's the front page and there's the back, and I'm going to be using both of those today. So I'm going to cut them at just on the inside of the 2-inch mark because my punch here that I'm going to be using, this is 2 inches, and if you cut it right at 2 inches it gets a little whopper jawed. It's too tight, so I do it just inside the 2-inch mark on my trimmer. So I'm going to go, there's the 2-inch mark, and I'm just going to go in just slightly, like you can barely see the line. And I'm also going to make sure it's straight. Okay, 2 inches. Cut. And then I'm going to turn it, and this one I'm going to cut it up 4 inches, all the way to the 4-inch mark. And I want 2 of them, so 1, 2. Okay, so see here, I'm going to use both sides. Close up my ink there, and now I'm going to use the Blushing Bride. How do I know what colors are in this Designer Series paper? Let me show you how I know. On the back side of the Designer Series packet, you will see right up here, and it tells you all the colors. Blushing Bright, Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Real Red, and So Saffron. So you'll get the colors, and then you just, pull out the colors that you have, and that's how I get my color layout. So I'm going to be using Happy to Have You in My Life, and I'm going to stamp it right kind of in the middle towards the bottom. Now remember, when I stamp, I like to hold it there for a couple of seconds. That way the paper can grab a hold of the ink. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp the corners, or the tag top with my tag topper. And the way you open this, it's closed right now, so that it can store flat on your shelving or wherever you're going to put it. And it has a little locking mechanism. Squeeze it together, push that, and then it'll pop open. A lot of times this is my top because that's how I look to see where my paper is. So what you're going to do is you're going to line this up, see where that 2 inches, and I still did it a little bit too wide, but that's okay. We're still going to be able to do it. And I just push it in until it's to the edge. Oh, yep. And I also look, do you see the edges of the Designer Series paper on the edge of that curve right there? And then you just push it, and it punches out perfectly. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And again, I'm going to line up the edges with the curve right there. Pop it, and there you go. So we have our perfect little, oh, and then to close it up, you're going to squeeze it together again, take your thumb, and push it down. Sorry about that. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my ribbon, and I know it's off camera, but I'm measuring over here. I want about 5 inches of ribbon. So I'm measuring off 5 inches and cutting it. Well, no, actually I want 4 inches. Sorry. So 4 inches. So I just cut off 4 inches from the end of the ribbon. And this one I want about 8 inches because I want to be able to tie it. This is the white baker's twine. And about 7 inches, I guess. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to thread my ribbon through the hole, thread my ribbon through the other one, through the other hole. Okay. Sometimes long nails are great, but sometimes they get in the way, like right now. There we go. Okay. So now I'm just going to fold it in half, like this. But before I do that, I need to tape it down so that it will be, it won't flop around as much while I'm trying to put it together and tie the ribbon around it. So I'm going to take a little piece, or a little bit, of my Stampin' Seal, put it on the bottom piece, make sure the holes are all lined up, and I want to show some of the DSP underneath, so there. And now I'm going to take this, put some tape on it, and tape it on my card. Just like I want to have it. Like that. I don't want it to be perfectly straight. Okay. Now I'm going to take my little baker's twine, and I'm going to tie a bow, hopefully with you guys watching me. Let's see if we can do that. Right now I feel like I'm all thumbs. Okay, so pull it tight, and you'll notice that there's kind of a T there. Okay, I'm going to take the bottom string, make a loop. Take the top string and come from the top down, push it through that little hole right there, and pull it to make a bow. Okay, and then I stick my finger on top, hold it down, and then I'm pulling to make the bows as long or as short as I want them to be. Okay, so there you go. There's that. Straighten them out. Okay, so now I'm going to attach it to, going to close this up here first. I'm going to attach it to my card, but I have to cut the card first. So here's a full sheet of Baker's White 8.5 by 11 cardstock. What I do is I move my cutting blade up so it's out of my way, and I measure it to 4 1/4, and I score it with my light gray. That's the scorer. And then I turn and I measure it to 5 1/2. And now I'm going to take my cutting blade from top and I'm going to cut it. Okay, so now I have 2 pieces that are cut to make my card, but I only need one, so that we'll save the other one for another project. So using my bone folder to make it lay flat. Now I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal and put some on the 4 corners and some in the middle, and then I'm going to straighten this out and put it on here so that there's layers. See the white layer all the way around? And my ribbon is a little bit too long for me, so I'm going to cut it down a little. There. Now if you like yours a little bit longer, great, perfect. I might have pulled this down a little bit further so I could have longer ribbon tails, but that's okay. So here's the 2, whoops, I forgot to add these little guys. So you see on this one, I had 3 dots right in a row. I think on this one, I'm going to do a little bit differently. I'm going to put them at different spots. If I can get a hold of these wonderful little deals, gems. And let's see. Yeah, I think I'll put it right here on there. Okay, so there's that one and there's that one. Now I want to show you the different projects that we worked on this week, or these past couple of weeks, to show off this sweet is what it's called. So here's the box. It has DSP around it. I didn't actually make this on screen, or did I? I don't remember. I don't remember if I did, but it's very simple. You just fold up the card. Yes, I did show it. So you just fold up the box, wrap the DSP around it, wrap your ribbon around it. Very quickly done. Stick a couple Ghirardelli chocolates in there, and you have a wonderful present for somebody. So then I also showed you the cut switch. I forgot what it was called. But anyway, we just took 4 different pieces of the DSP and made 4 different cards out of it. So there's that. And then this one we made at my new catalog open house. So there was that. And then I showed you how to create these using the embossing folder with a die cut. Okay, so now when you purchase this suite during the months of January and February, when you purchase this, the price of it is $86.25. But because we're doing the celebration, you get to choose a stamp set for free, or a product out of this catalog, which is Celebration. And I chose this one because it's free. And look at that van. This is the main reason I bought this. Now I like the bug too, but this was my favorite. And so let me show you. Here it is right here. Let me show you the card I made with it. Isn't that adorable? My dream is to have one of these, a real live one, and have people decorate it like this. I just think that would be so much fun to have a van like this. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but that's my dream. So, yeah, those are the items that I made using this Sweet Talk Suite collection. Now, I wanted to share one more thing with you guys, that during January and February, when you join my team, you can choose $125 worth of items, products, from either the spring catalog, which is the one I just showed you, or our annual catalog. $125 worth of items, and you pay $99 for that kit. Now, Stampin' Up! Is adding to that any stamp set you want for this, from this catalog or the annual catalog. You get to choose 2 for free. Okay? So, depending on which ones you like, since they're free, I would go to the more expensive ones. And then you get to join my team and just have a lot of fun learning how to stamp. If you want it to be just to pay for your hobby, or if you actually want to make a business out of it and maybe pay for some of your habit, that would be either way awesome. I would love that. So I will have more information about that in my description below, and also over on my website. So I hope you enjoyed these. I'm going to try and do at least one more with this, and it may not be Valentine related. It may be something different besides Valentine's. Okay? So that way you'll know that you can use it after Valentine's Day. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you had fun with this. And oh yeah, be sure to like this and give me a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Have a blessed day and happy creating.